Okay, you guys, Kelly commentates here. Welcome to Skate to the Point Unfiltered Ice Chat. This is number 17. Today we're going to talk about pre-Worlds jitters and the state of figure skating in general. So I haven't done a podcast episode in quite a while, but I figured this is as best a time as any. The season has just flown by. I don't know if between finally starting releasing videos on my channel and just all the amount of skating we've watched, you would think it feels really long, but to me, it's just flown by, and I can't believe it is the Sunday before Worlds. This week, we're going to be crowning world champions in 4 different disciplines, and it's just so exciting. This is truly, it kind of feels like a second Christmas, so to speak, kind of that same excitement, or any kind of holiday that you may celebrate, just, the days leading up to it, especially if you can have time to pause and sort of think about where you're at. It's just so exciting and honestly nerve-wracking. I think that's just kind of the most surprising part of Worlds is, I'm traveling there on Wednesday, so the event will be kicked off by the time I am on the way, and I don't know, it's just so exciting to think that the skaters are preparing. They've traveled, they're practicing, everything that they've kind of put into this moment, all the training, all the preparation throughout the whole season, not just this week. For spectators, I think sometimes it's easy to forget how much work, time, effort, sacrifice goes into it for these skaters. I heard Andrew Torgashev of the U.S. talk this past season, I believe, about how he dedicates his whole life to skating. That is his morning, that is his afternoon, that is his evening, and everything he does, from waking up to the time he goes to sleep is, revolves around skating, because it is the type of sport where, well, obviously you have to be clean, so a clean athlete, so you can't be doing different types of enhancements and things like that, but that's not the point. The point is that you have to constantly think about how your body's going to respond to different stressors and supplements and just all kinds of things. I just feel like it's kind of an all-encompassing sport. It's not a sport where you can just pick up and be like, oh yeah, I can do this. And no shade to any track and field events, but let's say long jump, for example. Probably I would imagine you could get back to your longest jump relatively not easy. I'm sure there's tons of preparation that goes into it as well, but figure skating's so dynamic. There's just so many factors that go into it. You can't just step on the ice after not having done it for a while and expect to be able to be even close to your old level. I know Alyssa Liu talked about that as well. I think she did actually get 1 or 2 of her jumps back really fast, but it's a buildup. You still have to practice the other jumps. You have to work on your stamina. You have to create programs that people want to watch and all the different things. It's just such an interesting sport. I truly think it is one of the only sports that seriously combines art and sport. And there are other sports that are just as interesting, but they don't always have that artistic element or that artistic component. And I think that's why a lot of people who are artsy or, inclined to the arts really are drawn to figure skating. We love it because we love that performance that they're going to bring and that fire to the ice. So while this is inevitably the skater's journey, we are so fortunate as the audience to become a part of it. And my biggest wish for myself and any figure skating fans this week is that you have the luxury to enjoy and truly sink into the skating, whether you're there live or not. And I know I'm extremely privileged to be able to go there live. I've never been to a world championship ever. I think I may have considered last year when it was in Montreal, because that is still really close to the US. But nonetheless, when Boston happened 9 years ago in 2016, I was in no way ready to, or it wasn't capable for me to go ahead and visit Worlds in person. So this is extremely exciting. I don't know how often this will ever happen or if I'll have this chance again. And my biggest hope for anyone watching this week is that you are able to truly be in the moment. Don't think ahead. Don't think backwards. Let's truly just watch these skaters' performances this week. Let's soak it in for what it is. Let's appreciate each and every moment. Let's wish them the best. And I truly think that no matter what happens, they really are all winners. I know that's so cheesy, so cliche. I can't even believe I'm saying it. Like barf. But it's true. I think just even making it to a world championships, even if you're the only skater in your country, but if you're good enough, you have the tech minimums to make it to a world championships, you have won. You have a story to tell your grandkids. You have something to look back onto in your life that you're just very proud of. And I just hope that each skater is in the moment. I hope we see some really fantastic performances. I hope it's not like a nervy Worlds. I know this is the Worlds before the Olympics. This is the last Worlds before the Olympics because I believe the Worlds will happen after the Olympics next season. So this is it. Like, this is your chance. And I really hope that pressure doesn't build on the skaters. It doesn't impede their performance. I hope they don't even think about it, honestly, and just give us the best performances they can. I hope it's a nail biter and it's so tight that anyone could have, in the top whatever skaters could have won in all the disciplines. I don't tend to love a blowout performance. It can be nice, especially if it's like juxtaposed to not as strong skates, but I want to see blowout skates from everybody. And I just think it'll be so very interesting. I'm really excited to see Jason Brown's condition. I will get to see him live at the men's short program, and I'm excited. I'm very nervy for him. Nervous, I should say. I don't really know what to expect. A lot of people online were saying, oh, he's got this, he performed recently, I think, in skating shows, so not for points or competitively, and people were saying, oh, he's got it. Like, there's no worry whatsoever. But my thinking is, do we really know that? I'm sure USFS obviously would not have cleared him if he wasn't ready to go. It's a very important Worlds. There's potentially, 3 men's spots on the line. If you're not a super big fan or just kind of are starting your journey in figure skating, this Worlds will determine how many spots each country gets. So you have to have a certain number of skaters in the top numbers. I forget the exact numbers. I think it's 13, the number 13. So you have to have 2 placements that equal 13 or less in order to have 3 spots. So for example, if Ilya's first, we need to get 1 other man in the top 12 in order for us to get 3 spots. So definitely doable. Like, I'm not saying it's not doable, but I don't think Camden Pulkkinen is going to help us get there. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he'll have the skate of his life, but he's been a little inconsistent. So I think there's a lot riding on Jason Brown at this competition. And I don't think USFS would have sent him if they weren't, very secure that he can do his job here. I think the same thing about Isabeau. We got to see her at Road to 26 trophy. I think she scored around 186 points, which is great. But is that competitive for the top 10? I don't know. It kind of depends how others skate. If everyone skates really well and Isabeau maintains, 186 to 190 range, she might not even be in the top 10 because there are so many skaters right now getting in that 190 plus range. I mean, we even have people like Laura Naki-Gutman getting those types of scores or capable. We have Anastasia Gubonova, who could definitely get in that range very easily. Obviously, Nina Petrokina, the reigning European champion. And then, all the Japanese women are going to easily get in that range, like Wakaba Higuchi and Monet Chiba, which, by the way, I've never seen Monet Chiba live, so I'm so excited. I have seen Kaori Sakamoto live before at Skate America. I remember it was her Matrix program, and she put her blade up. There's like a move where she skates by the judges and puts her blade up in their faces. It looks like she's in their face on TV, but actually when you see it live in person, she wasn't even close to them, but it was just really exciting to see. And even way back when, because that was the time before she won her Olympic bronze, she was still a phenomenal skater. And I was just really excited to see what path she'd go on. I think for Kaori, I really hope that no matter where she places, that she's proud of herself. She's a 3-time world champion. Now, personally, do I hope someone else is crowned this week? Yes, I do. I'd love to see Cheon Kim or Amber take it, just because I think I think it's gonna be a more of a mix up. It's going to shake things up. It's gonna make next year's Olympics more interesting. Now with the return of Russia, which is not even on my mind at the moment, but that's obviously going to, factor in for the Olympics. It'll just be really exciting if we can get a different champion going into next year's Olympics. I'm mad at myself, you guys, because I'm not staying for the gala on Sunday, and I heard that Maxim Naumov is going to perform, and I just think that would have been so special to be able to see live. We're heading to New York City Sunday morning, so I will be off and out of Boston before it even happens, but I'm a little regretful of that, so I'm very excited to go ahead and see his performance later on Peacock, which, don't even get me started. It's a rant and a rave. I hate that figure skating is so inaccessible. It's really hard to watch. They make it so freaking difficult. A lot of us have jobs. We're very busy, and even if you don't have a job, you may be raising kids, you may be doing XYZ. You don't have 3 days, a 3-day period where you're like, I must watch figure skating or it disappears forever. Like, that just feels so wrong. And I just hate what NBC and Peacock have done. If you're in a different area of the world and are not limited by their stupid, relationship, good for you. Consider yourself lucky in that regard. So, yeah, I just think, there's so many things that could happen this week. Just so much. Like, there's endless possibilities in terms of where the placements go and who we're going to be crowning as champions. Some are a little more predictable than others, but nonetheless, it is going to be so fun. And then just, personally, I've never been to Boston. So I have been researching all the best lobster rolls, and I saw USFS posted a video of some of the skaters asking them whether you eat it warm or cold, because I guess you can eat it both ways, and everyone said warm, but I'm gonna have it both ways. I want to try one warm and one cold while I'm there. I want to try clam chowder, of course, and do like a boat cruise along the river or the ocean. Is it a river or ocean? I don't know. Americans are bad at geography, okay? I can't believe I don't know if it's an ocean or a river. I think it's the ocean, but nonetheless, I want to take a boat ride around Boston Harbor and just kind of see these historical sites that are so integral to U.S. history. And it's just going to be so fun. And not to mention, going to New York City after that and leaving out of New York, that's just going to be a whole other thing and a whole other type of situation. So lots of travel, definitely nervous. But I think the state of figure skating is very promising. I think that with Russia's return next season, it's going to shake things up even more. And I can't wait for it. I think that it's time. We've got this. This is going to be fun. And we have a whole Olympics to look forward to in Milano Cortina. And it's going to be here before we can even blink. So let's enjoy this week. What are you guys excited for? How do you feel that Worlds is here? Can you believe it? Has it snuck up on you too? I feel like the last month or like the last 6 weeks, honestly, have just flown by. But I want to know your thoughts and continue the discussion down below. Just a bit of news. I will be doing my recap about a week after Worlds ends. So it'll be Saturday, April 5, it should be, but I'll put it on my channel soon. And I'm going to be having a very special guest. I want to hear your guesses. They have a figure skating channel and a second YouTube channel. So that's just a hint. I'm such a fan of this person's work, and I'm so thankful that she's going to be coming on my channel, and we're going to be discussing the men's and women's events together. So look out for it. Lots of content to come. I will take you around the arena and show you some of Boston as well. So look out for those. Over and out. Thank you so much for listening. This is Kelly Commentates.